Yes, I am wearing my brand new Apple Vision Pro goggles. I picked these up on Saturday, and I just got to tell you, it's an amazing time to be alive. This is absolutely incredible technology. It's like taking a big screen TV, the biggest big screen TV you ever saw, anywhere you are when you put these goggles on. It is amazing. The software is incredibly intuitive, very easy to use. You just tap your fingers together like this, and you can do things just like clicking a mouse. There's a virtual keyboard that comes up in front of you, and I thought it would be terrible, but it's actually pretty good. This virtual keyboard in midair that you can type on, amazing. I mean, the technology is amazing. However, I think I'm going to give these back and wait for version 2 because I got to tell you, folks, for $3,700, they're very heavy. You get tired of wearing them. I was so excited about getting them after I picked them up on Saturday, the goggles. I watched a couple of movies. It was pretty amazing to watch movies on this thing. Very surrounding experience. Mostly, I watch movies on an iPad. I don't even use my big screen TV. I don't know, it's just sort of convenient. But this technology is amazing, and it just shows you where we're going and what an amazing time it is to be alive. Remember the movie with Tom Cruise, Minority Report, where they were scarily predicting pre-crime? And now they're actually using that in law enforcement. They are using pre-crime techniques to basically bust people before they commit a crime. But one of the things in that movie is you saw this type of computing where he was doing hand movements in the air and commanding a computer that way. And that's what the Apple Vision Pro does. It's a truly amazing technology, a game changer. And this will be incredible. My only complaint is these goggles are too darn heavy. You really get tired of wearing them. I remember after watching a movie yesterday, I took them off and I'm like, oh, my eyes are kind of messed up, my face. You can see the impression on my face. I don't like this. It's just kind of too heavy and it's sort of confining, even though you can see outside and you can use all sorts of software. You can do email, text messages, watch Apple TV, Netflix. And Amazon do not have native apps because Apple is such a bully and they are so greedy and they demanded so much from them in order to be a provider with them. I don't think YouTube has a native app either. We'll see where that goes. I'm sure they'll work it all out. The big tech Goliaths, as they argue over money, of course, money and control. That's all there is, right? That's what they do. But the future of this technology is incredible. And we are all going to be so amazed at the future. Just give it to version 2 on these things when they get lighter and smaller and better. They will only get better. Let me talk to you a little bit about some of the predictions for these declining mortgage rates. And this is the Fannie Mae prediction. They are optimistic that mortgage rates will dip below 6% by the end of this year. And remember, that magic number is in the fives. That's when everything just goes crazy again, right? The affordability massively increases. Let's take a look at those numbers. So here are the forecast. If you're watching on video, you see the chart. The prior forecast of rates above 6% at the end of the year for the 30-year fixed rate mortgage. And now the forecast is to see them at about 5.5% by year end. And then existing home sales to increase massively. Home sales have been way down because of lack of inventory and lack of affordability. Only 3.8 million home sales in the past year. That's a pretty low number. However, they're predicting this year will increase to about 4.5 million. So what will that mean? That'll be great news for all of you realtors out there. You will be loving it. Not the highest year on record, of course. It's been much higher than that, but pretty good. 4.5 million is a pretty good clip for home sales. The mortgage people, the lenders, the settlement providers, the attorneys, all of the home improvement related people, the movers, the ripple effect is so big on real estate. And that's why they will never let real estate fail. It's such an important part of the economy. So align yourself with these incredibly powerful forces, the two most powerful forces the human race has ever known, governments and central banks. Align with them, whether you love them or hate them. just align with him because they control the markets. And real estate is a sacred cow, as we know, in terms of tax policy, in terms of economic policy, everything. So as these mortgage rates go down and things get more and more affordable, look at this chart. So we see how many millions of people can afford a home at these different mortgage payment levels. Now let's look at the mortgage rate levels. And I did show you this chart before. I had this segment at 5.5% in yellow when I originally published this chart because I didn't think it was possible to see median principal interest mortgage payments come down to $1,900 a month, meaning that 7.7 million people will now be able to afford a home. New buyers, 62.8 million people overall. And again, this is our original economic research. So, dear scumbag competitors, stop stealing my material. Okay, it's really cheesy, especially when you don't give it proper attribution. You're disgusting. Gotta put that message out there for the unethical, sleazy competitors we have. So, 2.8 million more people can afford to buy at 6.5%. 5.4 million more people can afford to buy at 6%, and 7.7 million new people can afford to buy a home at 5.5%. Absolutely staggering what this is going to do to affordability, folks. It's truly incredible. And this is where we look. Think of dumping all of those people into a market. These are the updated inventory stats from our friends at Altos. Only 503,000 homes for sale. Remember, we ended the year, just over a month ago, about 5 weeks ago, at 499,000. Since then, we have only added, after post-New Year, post-holidays, when everybody puts their home on the market, they wait for the holidays to be finished and then they list their home for sale. Only 4,000 more people in a country of 339 million people with 140 million housing units. Only 4,000 more people put their home on the market in the past 5 weeks following the holidays. Just 4,000 people. Well, actually, that's not quite right. Let me explain that. That's 4,000 aggregate because some properties have certainly sold since then. So 4,000 aggregate increase in inventory is minuscule compared to the size of the market, and the overall inventory minuscule compared to the size of the market. And be sure to join us for our upcoming Empowered Investor Cruise. We've had a whole bunch more people register just recently. I know everybody waits to the last minute. It's human nature, folks. But the early bird deal is running out, so you got to go right away to empoweredinvestorlive.com or jasonhartman.com. It's right on the front page. And if you're a pro member, you basically get your membership for free because on the cruise, you get $998 off, $998 off, making your pro membership free. So if you're not a pro member, be sure to join Empowered Investor Pro. You'd be absolutely crazy not to. And don't miss us out on the high seas. We're going to have table topics. Our lease options expert, Scott, is joining us. And by the way, we've had some tremendous success with that. I'm doing one of my own deals I'm super excited about on a lease option on one of my properties. We've had our client, Michael Dam, just did one. So really fantastic. We're having great results with this. You won't want to miss this. You can hang out with Scott for 6 days. Dinners every night with all of these experts. So Scott, on the Fire Your Managers topic, my mother will be there. She's a very seasoned investor. You know that. We've got Robert Helms with Real Estate Guys will be there. He'll be a faculty member hosting a table. 1031 exchange experts, just a whole bunch of great stuff. So be sure to join us. Go to jasonhartman.com and click through right at the top of the page. Get your tickets for our upcoming Empowered Investor Cruise.